Top 3 Best CPU for Gaming. Number 3. Intel Core i9-10900K. Intel's new Core i9-10900K is the world's fastest gaming CPU, but its painfully high price tag and TDP efficiency means it doesn't take the spot as the outright best CPU for gaming. But if money really isn't a thing for you, and if you have a monster CPU cooler, then the Deca Core from Intel is the best processor to pair with your high-end graphics card. When it comes to GPU-bound games, which are the majority of titles, even with one of the best graphics cards there isn't a huge amount of difference between the in-game performance of Intel's top chip and AMD's cheaper high-end CPUs, especially at 4K. It is a great chip from a technical and performance point of view, but as a value proposition, especially in the face of fierce competition from AMD, it's a bit of a tough one to recommend. Number 2. AMD Ryzen 9 3900X12 Core. The AMD Ryzen 9 3900X currently rules the Zen 2 Roost and the multi-threaded market. With 12 cores split into 24 threads, it's got the raw power to chomp through almost any creative or professional workload. And thanks to Zen 2's unique design, the 3900XS dual chiplets manage to clock up to an impressive 4.6 GHz. That's enough to drive impressive frame rates in games, too. There's also little need to splash out on the latest motherboard. With an AM4 socket package fit for most Ryzen motherboards in the market, the Ryzen 9 3900X is not only in a league of its own, but a terrific value proposition, too. And while Intel's Core i9-9900K, Core i9-10900K, and AMD's Ryzen 9 3950X are faster, the Ryzen 9 3900X can't be beaten for value at the top end of the market. Number 1. AMD Ryzen 5 3606 Core. The AMD Ryzen 5 3600 isn't just a great gaming CPU with serious multi-threading chops, it's also incredibly good value. The previous Ryzen 5 2600 remains a solid choice for the value-oriented PC builder while stocks last and prices are low, but the Zen 2 architecture adds more than enough value to justify the latest and greatest chip. And while the Ryzen 5 3600X has a slightly higher clock speed than its non-X little brother, in games this translates to only a minute increase in frame rates for a decent chunk more money. With a 15% IPC increase over 2nd Gen Ryzen and Zen Plus, the Ryzen 5 3600 brings even more affordable gaming power to the mainstream market. At this price point, it doesn't just creep up close to Intel's gaming lead, it outruns it and does so without demanding a bucket of power or pennies. And its multi-core/threaded performance makes it a great performer in areas other than gaming, too. There's a caveat to all this though, which is the following. If you're comfortable with overclocking, and if you're in it mainly for the gaming performance, then the Core i5-10600K below might be a better bet. Check out the description for more information in updated price.